everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay and I am Stitchy Fifer here on YouTube and over on Instagram. This is my little corner of the internet where I talk about cross stitch. Occasionally there'll be other crafts such as crochet and knitting, but for today it's just cross stitch. Very warm welcome to my new subscribers, and to those of you who are returning, very warm welcome back and thank you for spending some more time with me today. If you like my projects and you want to keep up with my progress, please click on the like and subscribe buttons and select all on the notification bell so that you can be advised whenever I post new content. Sorry, I need to get my brain up to speed with my mouth. Today it is Saturday the 12th of July and it's currently 2:15 in the afternoon. Sorry, 2:30 in the afternoon, I can't read the clock. And it's a beautiful sunny day here in South Scotland. Weather forecast has told me that today we're going to hit 26 degrees or 79 Fahrenheit for those of you that use Fahrenheit. Well, it doesn't sound a lot for us here in the central belt of Scotland. It is hot. We're just not used to it, so I am absolutely melting with the heat. I've also noticed this past week when it has been warmer, I'm not being as focused on my stitching, I'm more easily distracted, so, and that, you'll see that in my totals for the week. Before I go into my stitching, I just want to take a few moments to send my love and best wishes to Michelle Sayeta of HAED. If you don't know, her husband Bob was diagnosed with cancer a couple of months ago and recently underwent surgery to remove a tumour. However, it's not been all plain sailing and he's currently in the ICU fighting hard. It's come hot on the heels of a bereavement at the beginning of the year when she lost her daughter. And if you're a person who prays, you know, please do offer up a prayer for her and her family as they're going through this difficult time. Just doesn't bear thinking about what she's going through. It just seems to be one thing after another at the moment, and I'm sure that you will join me in sending our best wishes to her and her family. Let's now look at the progress that I've had over the week. For information purposes, my projects are stitched on either 18 count Aida or 25 count Evenweave, usually on easy count, occasionally on antique ivory, antique white, sorry. They're all stitched using CXC floss 1/1 full cross, unless I state otherwise. So what have I been up to? In this past week, I have stitched every day. I managed to get a total of 4,209 stitches on those three projects, which is less than my average, but as I said, I think the heat is getting to me and I'm finding that I'm not focused as much. I'm more easily distracted, and I hope that doesn't come across that way in this video. Since the 1st of January, I have completed a total of 163,621 stitches. So looks like I'm on my way to getting my 2,500, sorry, 2,500, 250,000 stitches, 250,000 stitches that I'm hoping for my target for the year. I also realised last night when I was getting my bits and pieces together for filming this that I had forgotten to take pictures of my projects before I started stitching on them. So if you want to see where I was previously, have a look back at last week's WIT parade, and I will try and remember to take a picture before I start my project from now on. Right, let's get into the projects. The first project that I stitched on last week was Rosie Santa by, I do apologise, I forgot to unzip this, it was Rosie Santa by the Cross Stitch Studio. It's been stitched on, as I said, on 25 count easy count, 1/1 full cross, and I have, if I can find, oops, no, it's over there, right, I'll have to do it this way. this is what it will look like when it is completed. That is Rosie Santa, and I am working on top left corner. I was working in diagonals. Measurements of this is 475 by 665 stitches and made of 67 colours. This is my progress. I started off in the diagonals, but I decided I didn't like the way they were stitching up, so what I've done is I started doing rows and just parking below. That's why, you know, if you don't like dangling threads in, please just look away now. But that is my progress on that. That is my first 3,000 stitches in on that, so that will now go away until I come to project 18 in my rotation. I have 19 projects in total that are active whips. My HAED saw is a focus whip, and then I have another 18 whips that are active. So that was that. The next whip that I worked on in the last week was the HAED saw. This is my mock-up for the first 2 instalments. I picked the Roses by Van Gogh. And the way my rotation works, this is my starting project. I do 2 days on this, then I switch to project 1, back on this for two days, then project 2 for 2 days and back on this. But that is my progress. I'm colour completing the last 2 pages of the second instalment. I managed 1,262 stitches over 3 days. I'm not going to be continuing with the colour completion. I don't like it. It's too messy, it's too muddled, and the back of my project looks like a bumming... That's nice, where is it? Oh, right, okay. I've got to find a needle and thread here, so... Just stick that on that magnet. Yeah. Take that off there and put that on there, right. Yeah, so I don't like it. I don't like doing colour completion, so it's not going to be... You know, I'm going to be back on diagonals. The final project that I worked on this week was Freebie Harmony, artwork by Ching-Chou Kuik. It's a retired freebie, so it's no longer available on the website. I managed to stitch on it for 2 days, and I reached a total of 1,003 stitches. It's my oldest project. It's my focus for a finish. And the way I'm planning on doing that is, as I said, my rotation is 2 days and then switch, or 1,000 stitches. If I hit the 1,000 stitches the remainder of the day, I will stitch on this. If I hit my 1,000 stitches and it's on day 1, depending on the project that's coming up, if it's one that I need to get stitches in, or one that's, I think's been feeling unloved, I'll work on the next project. If it's a case of one of my rotation pieces, my projects, and I've done my 1,000 stitches on the first day, and then I'm going to be doing my HAED saw for the next 2 days, I'll work on this for a day and then do my HAED saw. It sounds confusing, but it's not. I'm still not showing you the mock-up. So there is the mock-up. Beautiful pinks and colours, all those different colours in there. I'm working down on the bottom. I've started on the bottom section. I'm doing Gemma's colour flow style, or a variation of it to suit my method of stitching. And I've worked down here, this corner here. I'm quite enjoying it. I've seen progress in this, which when I was doing diagonals, I wasn't really. So I used to be diagonal stitching for everything, and I'm slowly changing my style to suit. So that's my projects. Now, plans going forward. As I said, I've done 3 days on this. I've got one more day before I switch out. So I might. What I'm going to be doing after I've done this for the second day is I'm going to be stitching on the Witching Hour Max Colour by HAED. Artwork on that is by Lisa Parker, and that's a mock-up. I'm just at the eyes and candle flame on that, so that'll get 2 days or 1,000 stitches, and then I'm back on the head cell for 2 days, and then it'll be the turn of the Flying Scotsman, which is by Artecy, artwork by Walsh. This is the piece that I'm doing for my dad to commemorate him. He passed away in 2016. I'm hoping to get it done in time for what would have been his 100th birthday in November 2029. So that's that. And then 2 days back on the head cell. You see the pattern forming. And then I may actually manage to get onto the Kitschy Kitchen Shelf Max Colour, Supersize Max Colour by HAED, artwork by Aimee Stewart. There's quite a few people I've seen on Facebook doing this one. I'm still working up in the top left corner, but I have got right across the top row, the turquoise band right across the top. I've got that done. In the process of changing that, I'm thinking that will lend itself very nicely to Gemma's colour flow style. So I'm going to have a try of that, see how I get on with that. So that's my plans for the month ahead, for the week ahead. As usual, these plans can change, particularly with this weather. I might find that I don't want to stitch one day or whatever, so yeah. Moving on to haul. It was my birthday last month in June, and it actually coincided, the actual day of my birthday, I got a notification on Instagram saying that I was the winner of a £10 gift voucher from Rachel at Talking Dogs Stitchery, for who was celebrating her first year in business. So I won that, and what I used it for, I used it to purchase Jardin Privé's Summer Quaker, and I also got, sorry for the crinkling, I also got Vivster by Cottage Garden Threads to stitch it in. So I've got that. So that came, and then last week I ordered the Spring Quaker from Rachel, and I ordered Cottage Garden Threads in the colourway of Meadow. Very quick. I'm very impressed with the speed that she got the order out. And there is her business card with the QR code for her website. I don't know if you can, yeah, I've just realised I'm back to front, but no, hopefully this comes out the right way around. Anyway, yeah, so that was that, and I will be getting the other two, and in the series, the autumn and the winter one. I think there's a Halloween one as well. There is another one or two that are kind of similar. So I don't know if they're actually part of the same same series or not, but I might get them as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a colour, a nice autumnal colour for the autumn and a nice blue for the winter one from Cottage Garden Threads, and I'm going to do all 4 of them with you know, the different colour threads. Not decide though whether I'm doing them individually or in on one piece. So I've not picked my fabric for that, but it'll probably be a nice neutral or an ivory, sorry, something like that. I also, talking about patterns, I've got, in fact, not talking about patterns, I had written down my notes, the order I was doing this in. I ordered recently, I received 2 more nod troops, this size. This is a number 4 from Pain Free Crafts, and Sarah's got a lovely selection of colours of these as well. I've got quite a wide range of different accessories and things, so if you're looking for little bits and pieces for stitching with, go and have a look on the Pain Free Crafts website. I've got that one and I've got the lilac one that's on there, so yeah. I've now got 3 pink, a lilac and a blue, and a dark blue. So that's those. I'm talking to Pain Free Crafts. She posted in her group recently, beginning of the month, that a couple of the Nadia Strukuna patterns were being retired. And this is this one that I've purchased one. It sort of caught my eye a while back and I had put off getting it. And then when she said they were being retired, I went and got it. So I purchased this pattern. It's 2 Wolves by Nadia Strukuna. And I also purchased a needle minder from it to go with it. And I have to thank Nicola from Simply Stitcher for that purchase, for enabling that, because she had recommended the needle minders in her live, I think it was Wednesday, or was it Sunday? It was one of the ones that I live streamed last week. She recommended them, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get one. So I've got one to go with my project. I don't normally, as a rule, get needle minders for each project. I tend to stick with the one, the tried and tested Muppets. One that I got from Abbey at Crossing Craft when I first started stitching across the full coverage project. So I now have 2 needle minders. That's on the books for September start. So yeah. Talking of digital patterns, I'm a member of the Insiders Club for Cross Stitch Studio, and they had their annual Christmas in July sale at the beginning of the month, beginning of July, and this one I was on my wish list, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get in the sale. I think it was a 50% off sale, and I got this one. It is English Cottage along Canal. It's 800 wide by 900 high, so it's a biggie. 131 colours, so yeah, so that's, again, I don't know when I'm going to start that, but I'm being drawn to cottage designs with cottages in them. I've got Dogwood Cottage started. I've got my monogamous May project, which was Cottage Garden in full bloom with a young girl standing by a gate. Give it its full title. It's an Artecy Freebie from their Facebook group. So that is that. Last bit of haul. Oh, come on. Phone clamp. I mentioned in my whip parade last week that I wasn't going to be filming Stitch With Me's because my phone clamp was on its last legs. It was a GP from Taboo or something like that, and it was a gooseneck one and it was starting to give up, and it wasn't holding my phone as securely as, well, it was holding it securely, it just was drooping, and it was, yeah. So I've got this one off Amazon. It's got a clamp on it, it slots into a C clamp. So I've got that. So possibly after I film this, I will film a Stitch With Me, or I might just do that tomorrow, and get back into that. Give me a little chance to play about with it and, you know, get used to it, and yeah. So that's that. So that was my thing. I got that through Amazon. Amazon Prime Day. I don't know why they call it Prime Day when it's actually 3 days, but, or 4 days. So, but anyway, so that was that. Flosstubes that I've been watching. I'm still running about 2 weeks behind, and I seem to be getting further behind. You coming up? Come on then. There you go, Charlie. Yes. It's Charlie. I don't know where Oscar is. He's hiding. But Charlie wanted to come and say hello, didn't you? Huh? Yes. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. He's purring. Right, anyway, Flosstubes that I've been watching is Jen Caffeinated Crafter. Mega 3-part whip parade. Oh wow, Jen. You've got some beautiful projects. A lot of projects. There's some beautiful ones in there. And yes, some have been added to the wish list. Oh, what you go do? Go on then. Go on then. Laura, Stitching by the Shore. Beautiful projects again. Variety that she works on is lovely. There's some full coverage, some smaller projects there as well. Beautiful progress on your stitching as well. Sisky Stitchers, what can I say about this lady? The amount of projects she's got on the go, my goodness. But they are all beautiful projects. Such a wide variety of subject matter as well. Loved seeing your progress weekly on Amazing Animal Kingdom. I think that's an SSMC you're doing on that. Beautiful projects, beautiful stitching as well on it, and a lot of fun to watch. And I love seeing the cats. Every week she seems to find a different animal to show us. You know, and yeah, we like the cats, don't we? We like Sisky's cats, don't we, Charlie? Stitching masterpieces. The projects are beautiful. ASMR, I mean, if it was a lesson, you know, if she was giving lessons, I'd sign up. If she was giving lessons on how to film ASMR videos, then I would definitely sign up for them. And finally, Nicola, Simply a Stitcher. Yep, I religiously watch her channel. Wide range of projects, and she did a new start every week for the first, I think it was 17 weeks of the year, to get up to about, I think it's 25 or 26 projects overall, and the amount of progress that she gets in a week. I mean, I thought I did well with my stitching, with getting around about 8,000 stitches a week. Nicola is constantly hitting the 10,000 stitches, or from what I can see of it. It's just, they're just beautiful, and I watch all of her videos, as I said. My live streams are they can descend into absolute chaos, but it's not chaos in a bad way, it's chaos in a good way. I rarely have had a week watching live streams where I've not been sitting killing myself laughing at her. Not at her, with her, I should say. And Charlie just moved my camera because he's a pest. So yeah, that's what I've been watching. You want to stop moving things with your tail? Thank you. So yeah. Oh, I forgot a couple more. I turned the page. Dizzy Stitcher Darren, your projects are beautiful. I love watching the Stitchman videos when he talks about things that have happened in his work that, you know, that are quite funny or worrying for want of a better word, like when Shane hurt himself the other week. I hope he's getting better soon, and he still keep his weight off that leg. And VX Crafts, lovely stitching, lovely channel, mixture of stitching needs and updates videos, and lovely variety of projects. Some kits, some not kits, some full coverage, some non-full coverage. Lovely mix of projects. Life updates, I have not got any. I'll lead a pretty boring life. So I think the extent of anything that's interesting that's happened the last week is that I got the cats a new water fountain. And I was a bit worried because they weren't really paying much attention to it. I mean, Oscar, he eats wet fruit. He likes his pouches, so I wasn't concerned about him being dehydrated. But Charlie likes his dry food. He likes his dry food. He has one pouch at tea time, but he has dry food the rest of the time. And I was concerned because I hadn't seen him drinking water for the last couple of days, but I actually caught him drinking out the water fountain this morning, so I was really happy. So I'm really happy that he seems to be liking it. So that's my life update. Really interesting. So that's all I've got for you now. I'm gonna go get on with your day and watch other videos. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I do appreciate every one of you. I've got a hair stuck to my mouth. Thanks, Charlie. I do appreciate every one of you, particularly as I know that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other Flosstube channels out there. For you to have stopped and came to, clicked on mine, I do appreciate that so much. I just want to give you some final words before I go. Firstly, it doesn't matter how many stitches you get done in a day. Even one stitch is still progress. And secondly, treat others as you want to be treated yourself. Costs nothing to give a smile and a kind word, but it can mean the world. You never know what a person's going through, and that's kind gesture can make all the difference. That being said, I'm going to go and see you all in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.